An enemy of the people.
I've got some news here that'll shake the town, I can tell you.
News?
What, dear?
A vital discovery, Kate.
Really?
Of yours?
Yes, of mine. Now let them call me a crank, if they dare, if they dare. Ha ha, but they won't, not this time, oh no.
But, father, what is it?
Well, don't rush me, then, I'll tell you all about it. It just shows how even the best of us can go about jumping to conclusions and making statements, when all the time we're in the dark.
Why? What do you mean, doctor?
Isn't it now an accepted fact that our town is one of the healthiest places in the country?
Well, of course.
One of the finest and most recuperative seaside watering places along this, or any other, coast, a place to be thoroughly recommended both to invalids and holidaymakers alike.
But, Thomas dear.
And haven't we all been praising it up to the skies? Look at the articles I've written about it in the Herald, the pamphlets, the brochures, I have.
Yes, of course, doctor, but what?
The baths, which we've called the mainstay of the nerve center of the town, and heaven knows what else.
The very heart of our air city, I remember calling them once in an after-dinner speech.
Yes, I'm sure you did. Well, do you know what they actually are? These marvelous, palatial, highly praised baths, that have cost so many thousands. Do you know what they are?
No.
They're simply a plague spot.
The baths, father? Our baths.
But doctor. But it's unbelievable.
I tell you, the whole place is a center of infection. It's practically a glorified cesspool. And a very serious menace to public health. All the effluent on muck from the tannery up at Mollydull, all that stinking stuff, is actually getting into the pipes and contaminating the water they use in the pump room. And, what's more, the same poisonous filth finally oozes out on the shore by the breakwater.
What? Where in the bathing station?
Yes, right by the bathing station.
But how can you be so certain of all this, doctor?
Well, I started by investigating the matter myself, as carefully as I possibly could. Oh, I'd had my suspicions about it for some time. Last season, if you remember, we had quite a number of inexplicable cases of illness among the visitors, gastric cases, even typhoid.
Yes, that's true.
We thought at the time that they'd brought the infection with them. But when it got towards the winter, well, I began to have my doubts about it. So, I set to work testing the water as well as I could.
So that's what you are so busy doing.
Yes, I've been busy all right, Kate. The trouble was that I didn't have the proper laboratory apparatus, I couldn't get very far. So I had sent samples of both our drinking water and seawater for expert analysis.
And that's what's in that letter you've got there?
Yes, it's all in here. It reveals the presence of putrefying organic matter in the water. It's alive with organisms, which means it's not only dangerous to drink, but also dangerous to use.
What a blessing you found it out in time.
Yes, you may well say that, Kate.
Then what's your next move, doctor?
Why, to put the things right, of course.
I see, and you think that can be done?
It's got to be, otherwise the whole town will end up in hospital. As it is, the baths are ruined, they're useless, but don't worry. I know exactly what's got to be done.
But why didn't you tell us all this before, dear?
What, run all over the town shouting my head off about something I wasn't sure of? No, thank you, Kate, I'm not quite such a fool as that, you know.
Still, you might have told us here at home.
I couldn't tell anyone. But tomorrow, on your way to school, you may run round and tell your grandfather, then. It'll be a nice surprise for the old chap, it's his tannery. He thinks I'm not right in the upper story, yes, and he's not the only one, I know that. But they'll find out now, all of them. What a shindy there'll be in the town, eh, Kate? Just imagine it, all the water pipes, the entire system will have to be relayed.
The entire system?
Why, naturally. You see, the intake is too low, it'll have to be put much higher up.
So you were right then, after all.
Yes, do you remember, Petra? I wrote to the town clerk and pointed it out when they were beginning to lay the foundations. But no one would take any notice of me then. Well, I shan't wrap it up this time. I've prepared a full and detailed report for the Baths Committee. In fact, it's been lying on my writing table for over a week now, only waiting for this to come. And now they're going to have it at once. Here it is, my report, 4 closely written pages, and I shall send the analysis along with it. Give me a stiff sheet of paper to wrap it up in, Kate. Oh, anything, newspaper will do. There, that's it. And now give it to, oh, what the devil's girl's name? Well, give it to her anyhow, and tell her to run round with it to the mayor.
You've no objection, I take it, to our putting a short paragraph about it in the Herald, Doctor?
No, none at all. In fact, I should be very glad if you would.
Only I really do think that the sooner the public knows about it the better.
Well, she's just gone with it.
You know, Doctor, this discovery of yours is enough to make you the most important man in town, and that's fact.
Nonsense. After all, I've only done my duty. I've made a very lucky discovery, that's all. Still, all the same.
Don't you think the town ought to honor Dr. Stockman in some way, Hofstad? Yes, I certainly do. I'll put forward the suggestion, anyhow. And I'll have a word with the mayor about it.
No, it's very nice of you fellows, and don't think I don't appreciate it, but I don't want any humbug of that sort. Even if the Baths Committee vote me an increase in salary, I shan't accept it. No, Kate, I shan't accept it.
And I think you're quite right, Thomas. Good luck, Father.
Good luck, Doctor. Good health, Doctor, and may it bring you nothing but joy and happiness.
Thank you, Mr. Billing. Thank you all, thanks, lads. I can't tell you how happy I am. You know, it's wonderful to feel that you've managed to be of service to your native town and your fellow citizens. Hooray, Kate.